Hi, this is Merlin. Today I'm just gonna talk about what I learned today. Um, so I really learned like a really interesting part of it, which is authentication of it. Um, I'm just gonna try to show you the process of it. So right here, we're in our client. We already made the proxy. We so we made a proxy thing, and if server receives some request, we're just gonna gives the cookie, which is refresh token, and the domain we're just gonna write on our the client request website. And we're gonna use the BFF, the middleware, the for our proxy or the local development because local environment, because the reason why we have to use the forward proxy, because there's domain issue of it, because the domain is the same. Of course the local is not gonna be work, so we use forward proxy to handle this. Yeah, but I think the more important thing what I learned was after the reference token is clearly working fine. It works really fine, but the other problem was we use some kind of API, like some kind of get token, those kind of things. We use this kind of API to get the access token. The reason, and also we don't have to care about those kind of like body or query parameters using this kind of using API, because the server read is gonna read the cookie from the header, and we use this kind of API, and we're just gonna gives access token, but on the body. So it is really good. We already made our authentication system, and we will be able to get the access token via body. But I think the problem is, the problem is the how do we really handle this kind of access token thing? How? The first is, so the first is using local storage. Local storage is really simple, but the bad thing is the other user, they can copy the local storage, and they can use it for some kind of attacking our server, which is gonna be vulnerability issue of it. And next step is using state, like using global state, like Redux or state management or some kind of recoil or Jotai. And it's a state management, so we can also put our tokens in our state. There's our option, but for me the most interesting part was using putting the access token in memory, but in other thread. I also think that a lot of big tech companies use this third state strategy. The reason why it is really nice, because we don't have to write some kind of boilerplate, and so this Redux statement is this recall, this kind of state is, there could be some kind of like still issue of it, because I think if it is Redux, you can see the Redux value from the Redux dev tool. So I prefer using in-memory strategy, but other thread. So this is here. Where was it? If you look at my for the structure, there's shared EMB and hooks and live API client. So API client, what it does is, there's Kai instance, it's just the API code. Kai is similar to Axios, and when it gets, so it dynamically imports these get tokens. So what do you mean the get token? The get token is the logic from the other worker thread. So it's just sending some kind of work. It just communicating with the other worker, and it requests this authentication system. So worker thread is another thread, and they receives the message, and it checks this kind of token, and when this access token is here, it's access token is in memory system, in memory variable. Access token is gonna be stored in this us worker thread. After that, we're just gonna receive the access token, and but if it is not, we're just gonna call API to get the access token, and we put our token access token in our local variable, which is also called in memory strategy. After that, we're able to get the get tokens callback API, which is this part. So we're able to get the some kind of here worker succeed. We're just gonna resolve it, and we get the get token, and we also get able to get this kind of token via our promise based callback function. And if we receive, we send to the broadcast, which is the I forgot the word of it. Which is just the preventing the common issue of which is preventing the tokens mismatch using two taps. So it's just broadcasting. It's just the making you have same environment in one browser, because you can go to two tab of it. You can go to some directory, some URL, but you can open it with the two tabs. So that's gonna be using broadcast of it. So after broadcast, you send it, and you now store into your Kai instance as tokens of it, and you'll be able to use this API client rather than rely on the state of it. So we were able to use this issue. So this part is actually the worker thread, and this one is the API after authentication worker thread. That is really amazing for me, because this approach is really new to me, because I heavily rely on those kind of like state management thing, but this approach is really kind of new to me. But the problem is this. I don't think this this type of approach is not good, because I don't think that this approach is not good because it is not really pure. It gets worker callback function, but I don't think that's really good. But still, though, this approach is really different with the state management, and I think. And this is also superior, because state management, you have to care about like the state of it, you have to care about refreshing, you have to make the board pay, which is kind of waste of time. So this is what I learned today. So have a nice day and see you next time. Bye bye.